Carlos Nelson with Cascade Media Group, and tonight on our Arts and Entertainment Network, we're visiting in Wichita. They've got a big art show, and they've got some artists coming out of Dallas area under the tutelage of the great Frank Frazier, one of our leading Black artists here in the country. The name of their exhibit is Art That Touches Your Heart. Who do we have here?
You have Anthony Dozier of Wichita, Kansas.
Hey, Anthony, tell our audience a little bit about yourself, how long you've been participating in that genre, and tell them what genre it is. And as I say, go back to kindergarten and give a little insight on who you are and how you fell in love with what you do.
Okay. Again, my name is Anthony E. Dozier of Wichita, Kansas. I was a middle child in a family of 7. My upbringing is quite a humble one, really quite humble. I have to say that privileges were none. I'm from a broken family, but in my upbringing, I was born with speech impediment as a child, and I couldn't speak very well. And back in the late 50s, early 60s, there were really no therapies. The teachers did not have the skill levels to help children that were stammering and stuttering. And oftentimes, our teachers and even my parents thought it was deliberate, and oftentimes I was punished. So therefore, it was I was very reluctant to speak as a child, so I would make things with my hands. Though I can't draw, I have none of those skills, but it was just something that we picked up. We had to learn to be heard in life. So that's where, our skill or our talent came from, is that we wanted to be heard as a young person. And back when I was coming up, if you couldn't draw anything, you wasn't considered an artist or anything like that. And little did they know, way back in the late 60s, there was a famous artist by the name of Jackson Pollock. He used everything to create abstract art from different positions, and I would even say different mindsets. So we do the same, and not the same, but we do better. We present it from a different perspective.
So what does your art really look like? You say you work with your hands. What's the material that you use?
Well, there are times I love to use recycled material. We have pieces that are 100% recycled materials. In fact, one of your pixels or one of your images that you will show on this clip, one of the pieces are 100% made of 100% recycled material. And the name of that piece is titled Sister Elnora.
Sister Elnora, what are you using? Newspaper? Are you using metal? Are you using?
I use wood. Now I'm gonna let you in on a trade secret here. Wood, tossed away wire, gift cards. I used to get a whole plethora of these plastic gift cards, and we cut them, reshape them the way we want, to make an expression, this, that, and, put it through a process where the paint will bond permanently and things like that. And just working with our hands and just letting our mind go. I mean,
who do you think your audience is that appreciates your art?
Anybody and everybody that will turn an honest eye and look for details and can express and can feel the soulful, heartfelt, godly energy, because prayer goes up before we make anything. We don't just dive in and do things. Now that we're getting more recognized for what we're doing, prayer has always been part.
How do you feel that your work has been received at this art fair?
Well, speaking of, this would be our if it was stringed together, you know, along with WSU, this would be our 9th consecutive year. Yes.
Do you think
Yeah.
that your work has been received well by the public? That's what I'm asking.
Well, you know, in 9 years of being invited, and as we are growing, because some artists, their works jump off immediately, but ours is, I wouldn't say a slow cooker, but it is a steady rise in being recognized not only locally, but around the world as we
National, international. So,
yes. In fact, we've been named in a publication here just 3 days ago, Artists Up Close, international publication. So here we are.
All right. So how can our audience ascertain any of your art, and how can they contact you?
Well, we do have a website, anthonydozier.com. It's brand new. It's about 4 weeks old.
How about spelling that last name? You need to spell that out for our people.
No problem. My name is ANTHONYEDOZ, as in zebra, IER.com.
That sounds like a French last name.
It is a Southern French last name. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that Creole in you, baby boy.
Antoine.
All right. Yeah. So it was a plum pleasing pleasure having you on.
Thank you.
And hopefully a couple of your pieces get bought, so you don't have to be the traditional starving artist.
Well, speaking of the gallery, this coming August is doing an exclusive on us. You are looking at the artists that have been named in the National Abstract. I was selected in the last 2 National Abstract exhibitions nationwide at Mark Arts. We were named in 2019 and here in 2022. So we are getting a lot of good things done, and all praise and honor to God, because he's opening up the doors that.
Well, that's how we all here on the planet, bro.
Here we are.
And what I do, sometimes the creative surprises me. I'm like, I know I'm not that smart, for real, I'm not joking, and creativity.
Yeah. And there've been doors that have been open, sir, that have been so touching that
blessing. It's a blessing.
It brought my eyes. That's all I can say. It has brought tears of joy to my eyes. Thank you. I didn't mean to run over, but go ahead.
All right. Well, and that's not a problem. But as we always close, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself. Good night.
Thank you.
The program is brought to you by the Kansas City Business Association.